wederom zit Lambiek hier met een gast, namelijk Jerome Phalippou van deze prachtige strip. Even kijken of het ligt. Ja, zo. De Avonturen van Betsy, het tweede deel. En ik ga hem wat vragen over dit album. Jerome, first of all, nice to meet you.
Me too.
It's nice that you are here on the festival, Stripfestival in Breda.
This is the very first time I come to Holland.
Okay. So it's how was your impression?
My impression is that I noticed people are very nice here. They are very. The first thing I noticed is that they are very disciplined, very polite, very. Yes, yeah. Honestly, I have a very good experience until now.
Okay. Is it you're going to similar festivals in France?
I don't go out a lot because I have some kids that I can't see if I go out for the weekends.
Okay.
Because they are 18 and 17, so if I'm not home I never see them. So I select every kind of festival I go.
Oh, and it's especially an honor that you are here with us.
I'm so happy to be translated in Dutch.
Yeah. Well, you are here also, of course, to promote the second book that you made with Olivier Marin. How did you get together to work on this project?
Oh, it's very simple. By the way, I have quit my job.
Yeah.
I used to be a custom officer before, and I made that during 20 years. And after that, I decided to quit everything and to make some comics. And I had a Facebook page, and Olivier was searching for somebody to draw his new adventure, these Adventures of Betsy, and he saw my drawings on Facebook and he called me.
Okay.
Yes, that's all.
Okay, so that's very simple, but it's quite a change to just quit the job and do something. It's a bit of a plunge in the dark.
Yes, of course. But I do many things besides the comic strips.
Yeah.
But it was a challenge for me to stop everything and to win my own money for once.
Yeah.
And it's very much satisfying than before.
Okay, I see. The story is focused about cars, but also the detective element is in it. For the drawings, do you have some inspiration for the style?
For the style, I don't know if I have some inspiration. I can say that I like some artists like Frank P, like Felix Menet, who's living nearby my home.
Okay.
I like these artists that who draw their comic strips in a semi-realistic style.
Yeah.
So I try to adopt this to make my own comic strips. And after that, I like the period when these adventures happen. I like the 60s. I like the cars of this period. And moreover, you can see in my books that I like architecture. So I like to draw people, characters, of course, but I also like the backgrounds.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that the surroundings in which the story takes place are always very interesting to watch.
Yes, that's for this one, for example, for this second book, I asked my writer, Olivier, to write a story that could take place in the city of Troyes in France. It's near Paris, and it's a city where the facades of the houses are all medieval. And I like this style, so I wanted absolutely that he came here because the beginning of the story is about champagne.
Yeah.
So we needed to have this action to take place near the area of the champagne, and Troyes is just in the south.
Okay.
So I told him, please go to Troyes.
And he did that.
Yes.
So the work between the two of you is very organic, I think.
Yes, I received the scenario and I make my storyboard about the scenario. It's just written on a paper, page by page. And I make the changes I want. If I think that the action could be more dynamic with a little change, I make it. I talk to him about it. And he often agrees because it permits to have some more action often. In this book you have at one moment an accident. It's something that I have added because I thought it would be great to wake the reader up
Yeah.
on the middle of the book. And so the organization is very good between us.
Okay, that's very nice. Now, when I did research on my vlog on the first book, I did notice that you recently started as an artist. I take it that you were drawing before that as well, and not 6 years ago.
Yeah, I began to work in the comic strips 6 years ago. Yeah, 6 years ago already. But before, when I used to be a custom officer, very often my chiefs wanted me to draw for some exhibitions, for some books, internal books and internal exhibitions. So I used to work a lot in the drawing. So I very often drew during my period of work.
Yeah.
And moreover, when my office closed in 2009 in Châtel in Haute-Savoie, in the mountains.
Yeah.
I was recruited by the mayor of the city, who bought my building, my office, my old office, and I had to transform it in a museum.
Okay.
So I had this challenge too, to transform this in a museum, talking about customs and smuggling.
Yeah.
So I had the occasions, the opportunities to practice a lot my drawing, and after that, I said to myself, okay, I'm a little bit more confident with my drawing, so I decided to quit everything.
Yeah, well, I gotta say, I talk about people about the book, and I say, oh, he started 6 years ago, and then everybody's very impressed with the quality of your work, and I am too. From the first book, I was immediately a fan. I loved the story, I loved the drawings, and I think what you said about the time period, I think that time the cars were much more interesting than they are today for an artist, I guess.
They all look the same today.
Yeah, that's true. So now we have 2 books so far in Dutch. There are more.
Yes, I'm working on the third one. I'm on the page 25 actually. And it's supposed to be published in April 12-19, so it's gonna be very soon. And this is a story that will take place in my area. I asked Olivier to write a story that happens in the mountains.
Yeah.
So there will be a race of all cars in the tiny roads of the mountains. It's very interesting because it makes me think about Spirou and les héritiers, Robideaus, you say. There is a story of Franquin where there is a race between all cars, the 5th or the 4th album of Spirou. And I wanted to make a real race. So I have 7 or 8 pages at the end of the book to do something dynamic. Oh,
that is nice.
Yes.
Then you can really put your
I can't wait to do it.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Okay, well, that is really amazing. So we have to look forward to that. I really hope they're going to translate it into Dutch very quickly when it's out. And then
it seems that Silvester Strips is very fast at translating my books. So I guess it will be very soon in your country.
That would be great. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It was very nice to meet you and have a chat with you.
You're welcome, Lambic.
I'm trying to be in character, but it's not always easy. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Nice to have met you.